So the important thing is then sell on it, make it work, make money, but take that audience off into your own database as quickly as you can, so that you own it and that you are not at the whim of the social media platform. For someone listening thinking, I'd love to do live events, but I'd just freeze up. I don't know what to say. And the real fear, of course, is what if nobody's watching? Because you can see the number of viewers you've got on the video, and you can see them go up, and you can see them go down, you can see them come in, and you can see them leave again. And if you've got a point where you've got like 1 or 2 people on, and then they drop off, how do you keep going, or how do you build your audience so that that never happens to you?
Yeah, so building a community is not easy, right? And live shopping is all about building community. And there is a process and methodology that needs to be implemented, like pre-event, during the event, post-event, right?
That is exactly it, isn't it? Because I see people that say, oh, well, I've tried doing live videos and it didn't work. How long did you do it for? About 2 days.
Yeah.
Oh, on this episode of The Engaging Marketeer, I am speaking with Eitan Koter of Vimmi.net. Eitan helps people with their video so that they can sell their products and their services, particularly via TikTok. His platform allows you to stream live to multiple different apps, multiple different sites and multiple different accounts all at the same time, as if you are in a live television QVC studio. So I'm going to talk to Eitan about how TikTok works, how TikTok Shop works, and how brands are making it really work for them in terms of selling their products. Eitan, I've got a bit of experience in e-commerce myself, because I worked with a high street retailer in the UK many years ago called Game Electronics Boutique. As the years have gone on, retail online has got far more competitive, and there's a lot of big players swallowing up prices and margins and space on Google. Where do you think that's likely to go, given that you've got people like Amazon that are able to undercut everybody, and essentially everybody orders from Amazon and doesn't use independent retailers?
Yes, Darren, you just nailed it. I mean, it's a lot of things that work.
I try.
This is why you're here, right?
This is why I'm here.
Yeah. So a lot of things that worked in the past are not working today, right? I mean, you could spend like $1, like $100 in, for example, in Facebook ads probably 5 years ago, and then get a minimum of 10x, right? It was like a formula that everyone used and it worked, but now it doesn't. So things are not working as they used to on Meta. They're not working as they used to when you wanted to launch your product on Amazon. It's very competitive, and CPC price are increasing, and return on ad spend are not on the wrong trajectory, I would say. So there is a lot of difficulties acquiring new customers to your amazingbrand.com website, right? And people are looking for other ways to grow their business, but it's getting more and more difficult, right? So, but there are new things that are coming up, and primarily I want to talk about video today and variety of flavors of video, both live and non-live, short form videos, authenticity, and things that are working today, obviously triggered by social commerce, which is again really like a mega opportunity all over the world. Instead of trying to spend a lot of money to bring those users to your website, and maybe share 40% of your revenues with partners like Meta and Amazon and others on ad spend, then why not splitting this with TikTok Shop today, which is like maybe 8% and going to 11. Again, it depends on the niche, and also others like YouTube and Instagram, Facebook, and obviously using video is the main vehicle and the engine for that. Marketing for these marketing initiatives, and video comes in various forms. We're used to this long form, highly polished video that goes on YouTube, but today what's working as well is those authentic, low production, low editing levels, TikTok or YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels, those short form videos, usually around 30 seconds, not more, with the right hook at the beginning just to capture attention and build a community around that. And so authenticity wins and consistency is winning. With the advent also with AI, a lot of things can be streamlined in terms of content scripting, content ideas. obviously AI makes everything more difficult also on the competitive side. And this is why I think shoppers and users, and definitely Gen Z millennials, they're looking for this human connection, for social connections, to get to know the founders of the business, the executives of the business better. So what we see a big trend with not just user-generated content, UGC, but also EGC, which is employee-generated content. So think about the brand owners on online business. We're just creating this founder-led content. Why you started the business, what's the unique story behind it, and this storytelling type of videos and content creation resonates, and it creates a better loyalty and engagement with shoppers, building a community around your brand.
One thing you touched on there was employee-generated content. A lot of business owners that I speak to are scared stiff of allowing their employees to create content and put it on social media. So many businesses I speak to have social media policies where their staff are not allowed to use Facebook or Instagram or TikTok when they're in work, and they're not allowed to post anything on behalf of the business or from the business. How do they get over that mindset from saying, no, you're not allowed to do it because we're worried about what you're going to do, to, yes, have at it, create content, let's get out there?
Yeah. So these companies are going to be left behind, right? I mean, if they're not, if they're not using, how marketing should be used, current and future marketing, their cost of acquiring any customer is going to increase dramatically. So yes, you can provide a variety of guidelines, but don't script everything. Aim for authenticity, right? And aim for just provide some general guidelines about how to present your brand, and talk about customer pains, talk about things that are happening in the industry, what's unique about your product, trying to craft some content strategy around the stage of the marketing funnel that you are, whether you are in awareness stage, consideration, or decision stage. These are very, very important things. So anyone who is afraid to just let their employees go online and create content, then you're in a big problem, because your employees, obviously, you have sales teams and marketing team, and they are creating content and they are meeting customers on a daily basis. So use these team members at the beginning, because you're sending them to exhibitions, you're sending them to talk on Zoom calls with customers. So might as well let them create content and incentivize them, not just for the success of their offline business, but also for the success of their online business and their efforts that they're doing online. That's the future of marketing, which is more personalized, more authentic, more open. Like building in public is very, very important. People don't like fakes, right? So this new generation of shoppers, they can figure out within less than a second, right? If you're for real, or you're just been scripted, or someone paid you to do something and to say something, so they don't care. They just swipe up, and that's it. So you need to learn how to work with this new generation, and you need to do it fast, because companies are doing that, like small, medium. This is the way that they do marketing these days, and these are channels that you can't ignore.
You mentioned incentivizing your employees to do it. Other than the obvious monetary incentivization on you bring a sale in, you get a commission on it, or you make a sale and you get a percentage, what ways would you be incentivizing employees to do video content for social media? And especially those employees that perhaps aren't that keen on social media or don't really want to be in front of a camera?
Yeah, I mean, that's anyone has a preference, right? Someone likes to write. Probably someone wants to do an audio, like a podcast. Someone wants to go on videos. So I do a lot of videos, and wasn't fun at the beginning, right? Even those short form videos. Today, it takes me like 5-6 seconds to do them. And sometimes I'm getting huge amount of impressions. Like, for example, I'm very active on LinkedIn. Some of these posts go up to more than 100,000 of impressions per post. And that's a video and a post probably that I spend maximum 10 minutes, right?
Wow.
And I can prove that it works, right? So
that's a great return on time, that, isn't it?
Yes. It's not always like that, of course. And don't ask me why this one worked and the other don't. I don't spend too much time thinking about algorithms. I think consistency and authenticity wins everything, right? Everyone, just be consistent, find your way in this content creation type of activities, but I mean, keep showing up, right? That's very, very important. This is what creates community around your brand. And referring to your question, I think again it's related to the type of content that you need to create in each step of the marketing funnel. So if you're in awareness stage, for example, just launching a new product or launching a new company, create a lot of educational content, market information like checklists, various trends that are happening. Don't pitch your product because you need to build some solid relationship with customers. They need to feel confident that they know you. So building a relationship first and then offer something. So from the shopper's perspective, they need to know you and they need to see that you are for real and you're showing up and being consistent. And they will be much more open to accept an offering or a proposal from you. During consideration stage, where shoppers are searching, actually comparing. So yes, provide this comparison. You know that, for example, those versus blog posts, right? Like this software company versus the other software company, or that brand versus the other brand. These posts used to be written usually by the affiliates or by their distributors or by the system integrators, just comparing things, right?
I used to do some of them.
Yeah, I used to do a lot of them, right? Now what you see and what Google favors is that comparison checklist lists are created by the providers themselves. So for example, me at Vimmi, we are a video commerce platform. So we create a lot of content around our competition. And we even provide a link to go to our competition. Why? Because it's no surprise, because whoever is reading it or is watching the video, they know who is my competition, right? It's very clear that we know that 85% of the decision-making process and the sales process in B2B is done without even talking to the company, right? 85%. So usually you will evaluate, talk to your community, check online, maybe open an account, start a free trial. And once you figure out with whom you want to work with, you reach out to that provider. And there are, like, according to that report, 95% that you will close the business with the first provider that you reached out to. So I'm not afraid of sharing information about my competition because shoppers knows who are my competition, right? So, and Google favors that a lot, and TikTok. I mean, this will push your content quite extensively, and shoppers will see you more and more and more. Anyhow, they know who are your competitors. So like in the consideration stage, like how-tos, case studies, right? And when shoppers are in decision stage and it's very clear that there is a kind of a compelling event that they are ready to purchase. So yeah, provide product information, product reviews, prices, testimonials. So create variety of content around that. So I always recommend to companies to just create a list of 50 customer pains that you have. If you don't know to create a list of 50 customer pains, you're in the wrong business.
Yeah.
And it should take you like 30 minutes maximum, right? And just create one video, 30 to 60 seconds, just highlighting that pain and just provide a solution to that pain. And think about that content can grow and can take you for at least 1 month. Just this type of content. Insert some other type of content based on the marketing funnel that you are, awareness, consideration, decision. Don't be afraid to share content of yourself. Also share, failures. Be transparent in terms of the things that you share. These are the things that are working today. I mean, if you're trying to block yourself from providing the real information, everyone knows that like in 2 seconds, right? And just swipe up and they don't consider you as a viable solution provider. So you need to be transparent, you need to be open, authentic, and just be consistent and share a variety of content. This is the way to leverage marketing today. And again, I talk about organic marketing, right? Of course, in the Vimmi platform, we know from analytics which videos are performing very, very well. And then we recommend our customers to push these videos with ads budget, right? But we know that the return on ad spend is going to be very, very good because these videos are already working organically.
Do you know the number of times I've had conversations with clients about mentioning their competitors, and so many of them are, no, I don't want to talk about my competitors. I don't want people knowing who my competitors are and going to use them. It's like, well, what are you afraid of?
Yeah.
We've got
Please
one.
check. Yeah. Check if he's still employed or is still in that position. Please check it.
We've got one client in particular who was all over it, who said, oh, yeah, I want you to talk about my competitors. I want you to write blogs about my competitors. I want you to write about how they do business, because he knows he's better.
Wow,
he knows he's a better alternative. And the big thing is, from a Google perspective, if people are searching for, say, your Microsoft and your competitors Apple, people are searching for Microsoft alternatives. And if you're writing about Microsoft alternatives on yours and your Apple, they'll find you. Big example, perhaps, but people will find you by researching for alternatives for your competitors. So you've got to write about them. You've got to talk about them. Otherwise, you're just not capitalize on the people who are searching for them.
Exactly.
The traffic's right there. It's right there.
That's strength, right? I mean, and in the G2 era and Quora and all these platforms, everything is well known and very easy to find.
What about those businesses? And again, I've had conversations with people like this. Quite often, it's either stuffy businesses like finance or accountants, or it's trades who don't want to look stupid, who say, no, I don't want to create content for TikTok. I don't get that. I don't understand it. I do not want to do stupid TikTok dances.
Yeah.
What kind of content can they be creating that's going to work? And does it work for any industry?
Yeah, so the things are changing so fast. TikTok was like a very open sphere, let's say, that any brand can grow organically very, very fast. I think these days are very close to be over, right? It's very competitive already. So this is first thing. It used to be an entertainment platform, right? With, kids and girls dancing, but it's transitioned into a search platform. And today it's a shopping platform, right? With TikTok Shop just growing like exponentially in the Western world, and also in countries like Thailand and Indonesia, plus US, UK. So, and then it was probably like cosmetics, right? Or fashion or some electronics gadgets, right? Things that you can showcase in a very small screen, right? You just film it very, very close to your face. You can show a quick transformation, right? Cosmetics like before and after, usually within those 60-second frames. But this era is over also, right? So I talk to brands that they're, for example, in the furniture industry. Can you imagine? Sofas and like big, big things you buy to your house, like furniture industry, and they are selling on TikTok Shop. This company, for example, they launched TikTok Shop like 3 months ago, right? They sold 0 TikTok Shop during these 3 months, but their overall company sales grew 30%. It's a big company, right? And they can attribute 100% of that growth to their TikTok activities, okay? Even though they have 0 sales on TikTok Shop. Now they are selling on TikTok Shop because they find a way to convert, right? Conversion is another aspect of video, right? So video is like influencer marketing. You just see all the things that we talked about are probably good for impression or for exposure, but video today is used for conversion, right? This is why we call ourselves a video commerce platform or a sales acceleration platform. You can take those videos, associate them with product pages, right, and deploy them on social and on your own website with a click to buy now, right? So on TikTok Shop, you can buy and it redirects you to that specific product page on your TikTok Shop. Also, of course, on Facebook and Instagram, with tagging products and just redirecting to Facebook Shop. YouTube also has a new functionality that you can integrate shoppable buttons inside the video player, and you have like digital shelf of products you can just click and it redirects to the product pages. So that's the social commerce aspects of the new economy, right? So, and we're in a very, very initial phases of it, and it will grow and grow. Just the speed of updating those APIs. We know that this is what we do. We have a dedicated team just updating APIs on a daily basis with all these companies. So it doesn't matter which niche. All the niches are already active on TikTok. All the niches, right? It's real estate and car dealers and sports and furnitures, and obviously the leaders are still probably cosmetics, fashion, apparel, right? Electronics, because of the size of the product, right? And the specific model of how TikTok is working with their own internal affiliates network, right? So of influencers, usually by seeding and gifting. So you send a very low cost product, can't be expensive product, 10 pounds, $10, $20, and just send it over, and it's all based on revenue share, 15 to 25%, right? So that's probably how TikTok grew in terms of the volume of GMV in the platform. But it's not no longer that. You see retailers are just going live on TikTok from brick and mortar stores. You see influencers, content creators, employee like founders, executives are just going there and using both short forms and live shows and those live shows are live shopping events, right? So you can just you have this buy now button. There is a chat system. You can answer and moderate questions, and you have the ability to create checkout opportunities, right? So, and for sure, in terms of demographics, it's Gen Z, right, and millennials, right? These are currently 2024, probably end of the year. This is what the demographics in the Western world. Obviously, in the East, it's all over, right? It's all generation, but we expect more generation to dive into this into TikTok. For example, I just interviewed a person from QVC, right, the shopping channel in the US.
Yeah.
You know, the big TV linear channel on cable networks. These are like Gen X baby boomers, right? And they open TikTok Shop, and they already, like, within few months, they already have 1 million subscribers on their TikTok account, right? And these are people who are targeting like 55 plus people, right? And they have already a million, and it will grow more and more and more. So things are changing very, very fast. All businesses should be there. No question asked.
So that QVC you mentioned, have they only just started the TikTok shop?
Yeah.
Oh, that's incredible, because their whole business model is selling cheap product en masse to people and getting it out very quickly. If anyone was destined to be on TikTok Shop, it's them. They should have been the ground leaders, not really late to the.
And I heard that they have a host, like celebrities, like Coldplay are hosting shows over there, and they're inviting a lot of like new generation of people, like mega celebrities and also micro influencers. And they've started this, and they're going multi-channel. They have TikTok, they have Instagram accounts, YouTube, Facebook. They even sell, on different platforms. And so shares of online versus TV is increasing dramatically. Obviously, TV is reducing because people are not calling to purchase, right? So they prefer to go online. There is a QR code, for example. We as a company, we have like demand from a lot of shopping channels all around the world just to start doing this transition because they need to make a change, right? That's another aspect of the thing. So some businesses that are targeting baby boomers or Gen X, right? Yes, go to QVC, go to the big screen. It's fine. But if your target audience is Gen Z millennials, you must be on TikTok. I think it's very dependent, not just on the niche, but also on their demographics that you're trying to attract.
It's amazing how much it changes, isn't it? As I mentioned, when I first started at Game back in like 2000, so like 24 years ago, now almost 25 years ago, the website was effectively about the size of one mid-sized store that they had, because they got stores all over the UK. So the website was about one size mid-sized store. And the website was equal to or slightly inferior to phone orders. So people would get catalogs and they'd phone up and place orders on the phone, giving their credit card details, rather than use the website.
Sure.
And people couldn't see that the website would not just destroy that, but would then take over multiple stores in terms of revenue. Nobody really got that. So the idea that QVC is so late to the party is scary. And unless America has had this issue ongoing, I don't know where they are at the moment, where the people were looking to ban TikTok because of its Chinese influence. Is that something that you think could potentially still happen, and how would that affect online sales through platforms like that?
From everything that I read and what I think, this is not going to happen probably, and it didn't slow the growth of TikTok Shop in the US, and they're launching new, I would say, functionalities, new advertising tiers, improving revenue shares, investing so much on content, and helping brands launch on TikTok. So nothing is changing on that respect, but who knows? Maybe things we'll see. I think Instagram and probably the others are ready just to capture that audiences. So a lot of stores and a lot of activities we move. But we need to remember that, Meta business is advertising, and we saw the latest reports. The numbers are like staggering, right? So they are aiming for the big advertising budgets and trying to clean all the noise from the platform to accommodate more and more budget from the big players. So this is, I think, the strategy. Amazon is also doing the same, right? So trying to, it's not a matter of just this huge long tail and volume. It's a matter of now of focusing, just making the strong stronger and focusing on more advertising budgets from the big players. Yeah, so this is, I think, TikTok today is definitely a shopping platform, and this is not. I don't think Meta is going to be. The plan is to change business model and become a shopping platform, right? So it's different. So I think it has a very unique place in the industry. I don't know what's going to happen in the US, but on a global scale, TikTok and TikTok Shop, it's very, very strategic. I can tell you, we work in Asia a lot, and in Asia, anyone who wants to launch an online business, the first thing they do is not calling Shopify or WooCommerce, all these companies. They open a TikTok shop. Okay.
Wow.
They start on social, and if they're successful, they will create their amazing brand.com website, e-commerce platform, storefront. But they go there. Why? Because TikTok is helping them with audiences, with potential shoppers through all these tools and organically, right? So that's a huge benefit of TikTok versus, all the others.
When you mention that, then the first thing they do is go to TikTok. I suddenly had a flashback again because there was something that's happened, and I've seen this happen. Amazon's doing it now, or does it all the time. Again, I keep referencing Game because they're a big high street retailer, and it's where I started in the industry. But they had, do you know Sky TV, Sky Television?
Of course.
They had I'm not sure how big it is around the world. Sky had an online TV platform called Open, and then it changed to Sky Active, where you could shop online. And all the big retailers in the UK, like Game, people like Woolworths, WH Smith, Halfords, all had Sky Active shops. So you could go online and with your television, because that's how they thought people were going to buy in the future. And we didn't really work out. And they would buy the products using their remote control, and it would be like a cut down version of the website. Maybe it had 10% of the products or something like that. But what Sky was actually doing was it was looking at all the different processes and the transactions that people were making and learning what people were buying and what sold and what worked, and eventually took down all of the deals it had with Game, with WH Smith, with Woolworths, and launched its own platform to sell. And I've seen Amazon do the same thing. So when you go onto Amazon and you sell a product, maybe you source it from China or you get it made in China, put it on Amazon, sell it. Amazon realizes what works, what sells, and then it does it. Is there a concern that TikTok might actually do the same thing? That if people are going on TikTok and they're creating products or sourcing products and selling them, that TikTok might then go, actually, we want 100% of the revenue. We're going to stop you from doing that, and we're going to sell that product ourselves.
Anything can help them, of course.
Very long question.
The problem is with social, that is a great opportunity, but you don't control your business, right? You are dependent on someone else to promote it.
100%.
And it's doing the right mix of acquiring customers, building your email marketing list, having direct relationship with shoppers, but also using those channels, but don't be fully dependent on these channels. Specifically for e-commerce, it can kill your business in just one day, right? There are issues like counterfeiting, knocked off products. So these are they can kill you, and you have no one to talk to, right? Unless you take some legal actions, and it's very expensive. You need to find the right people who knows how to deal with these scenarios. So it's when you go on Amazon, when you go on these platforms and you try to sell over there, you don't have a lot of control of what's really happening, and you don't know what's really happening. You don't have the data. It's very, very difficult, right? So, but I think it's probably some of the, for some brand, it's the only way to grow and to create some kind of attraction in the market. But then once you achieve that first phase of awareness, just focus on direct relationship, building your direct lists, right? And just create a good balance of this direct versus indirect strategies. Yeah.
So the important thing is then sell on it, make it work, make money, but take that audience off into your own database as quickly as you can, so that you own it and that you are not at the whim of the social media platform just suddenly stopping you and your business going.
Yeah. And again, just once you are directing them to you, just launch another product, another variant. Just it should be like a flywheel, right? I mean, don't reduce effort in any of those channels. Keep pushing products, keep launching, but also keep direct them to you. So it's kind of a flywheel that you need to maintain. I think that's the most efficient way to work around that.
Yeah, brilliant. You mentioned something earlier on about the client that you were working with launching the product, not making any sales in 3 months, but increasing their real world bricks and mortar store sales. And then they made changes and actually started to get sales. What were those changes? How did you help, or how did they do to stop from the awareness to get the conversions?
Yes. So it's first in terms of attribution, right? That usually, I mean, attribution is getting very difficult. That's definitely for that specific company. There are normal channels, so there are offline and online, brick and mortar and online stores, and they're also multi-channel on the digital domain. So sometimes it's very, very difficult to attribute, but this was very, very clear because it's the day that they've started to create content on LinkedIn, on TikTok. This is the day that they've started to see the growth and the trajectory, and they just, after 1 month, they just change the survey. After you place an order, they ask you a few more questions. They say, yeah, we saw your content on TikTok, right? So this is first thing in terms of attribution, how you can associate with that. And there are a lot of technology tools out there with AI that can help you with attribution. I think it's something very, very important to implement. In terms of the content itself, we don't know what's going to work. I mean, we work with similar two companies, like two brands with the same products, targeting the same customers, right? They have completely different marketing channels and strategies that are working for them because customer sentiment and the psychological layer and the emotions involved of shoppers with each one of those brands is completely different, right? So there is no blueprint. The only blueprint is consistency, right? So just keep iterating, keep trying, see what's working for you. Do a live show probably once a week, and if it's successful, do it twice a week. Do the right marketing towards this live show. Be consistent on the short form. We talk about at least 2-3 months daily basis. Maybe long form might make sense from time to time. Go put it on YouTube and on your website. It's important to iterate, to try to find what's working. In our platform with Vimmi, we give you a lot of analytics about what's working and what's not, both from your website and from all the social media channels and marketplaces. And it gives you a lot of analytics and KPIs around video and around the business. So we help you with scripting, with like time of the day, length. It gives a lot of data about what's working and what's not. Usually a lot of things are not working at the beginning. And but once it starts, this roller coaster or this snowball starting to kick in, I mean, it's really, I mean, the impact is absolutely amazing. See those companies so happy with how things are evolving. So yeah, for that specific company, just finding what's working, finding the right host, specifically on the live shopping. Usually don't pay to host your live shows, right? Because if you're targeting Gen Z millennials, it will not work. They know, like after the second or third question in the chat that you don't know how to answer, right? And then it's finished. It's not going to be successful. Just what's working is use your employees, like your best sellers or you as a founder or your execs. Just go out there. We provide a lot of knowledge about how to script those live events, best practices, and how to experiment with few gamification and few things during these live events and try to find what's working. And they just nailed it in terms of the right host, the right audience, time of the day, length. And there was a lot of anticipation, and that live component just kicked in. And they aimed for a longer, like more than 1 hour even on a live show. TikTok love that because the algorithm just then start working for you. In the latest recommendation, TikTok said that it's a minimum of 2 hours will help you a lot with the algorithm.
Really? Really?
But it's how many companies are going live for 2 hours? It's definitely not possible for a lot of companies. So length has a lot of importance, and you can swap host and you can change products. So that was a breakthrough, right? And you can record, we record all those events in our platform, and automatically we know where the products were showcased, and we create short form videos, and we repurpose that as a short form videos on TikTok and on the other channels. So all these, I would say, holistic video marketing activities helped a lot, and then obviously they started to grow quite substantially inside TikTok as well.
And for someone listening thinking, I'd love to do live events, but I'd just freeze up. I don't know what to say. And the real fear, of course, is what if nobody's watching? Because you can see the number of viewers you've got on the video, and you can see them go up, and you can see them go down, you can see them come in, and you can see them leave again. And if you've got a point where you've got like 1 or 2 people on, and then they drop off, how do you keep going, or how do you build your audience so that that never happens to you?
Yeah, so building a community is not easy, right? And live shopping is all about building community. And there is a process and methodology that needs to be implemented, like pre-event, during the event, post-event, right? So pre-event, you need to be very specific about your marketing campaigns. You know, go out on campaigns on social, also on your email marketing, but provide something like an incentive, this fear of missing out, right? Whether it's a substantial discount on some important person or is going to join. I mean, 2 hosts, like 1 host and kind of interview in front of a camera is also helpful for those who can't figure it out how to keep audience captivated, you know, for even 20 minutes. So if it's the 2 of you, then it's nice. Don't leave the management of that event or to some external influencer to host that. Don't do that. Just be yourself, maybe one of the sellers and you prepare the questions in advance and work with a guest, right, to make it more interactive type of event. Give that guest even a commission out of the sales, right? So do the marketing upfront. Also during the event, continue to market. Work a lot on social media. Encourage the viewers on that live event to invite their network. In our platform, we have an affiliate program that if someone from your network purchased, you will earn your commission out of it. Okay. So that's give you an incentive to invite your network to those live events. Again, those live shopping events, we talk about sales events, right? It's you can purchase products, you know, clear inventory. These are the things that you want to highlight. This can't always help, of course. Maybe launching a new product, having the right guest, not the right host, the right guest, right? So, and if this is something you get, it's not all the burden and all the pressure is on you. You have someone to share it. So during the event is a very, very important aspect in terms of activating, continue to push. And post-event, we gave you the analytics, and then you can reach out with messaging to those people, incentivize them with something else, because we know if someone clicked on a buy now, was actually on a product page and didn't check out, it's all the data is clear. So we can target various people in according to their behavior, and being able to suggest, you know, like scripts and marketing campaigns or like additional benefits that you can provide, whether it's a discount or loyalty programs or whatever points that can help you just making that transaction, right? So, hey, this discount is available for 24 hours. Here's another 3% discount or something, and here's the link to purchase, right? And just sending it as an email or an SMS, something like that. So post-event is very important. All the events are recorded. Sometimes 50% of the sales happening post the event. A lot of people wanted to be on the event, but they were busy, right? So they said, okay, let me see the rewind, and they place orders as long as the inventory is still there, right? Yeah, so you can start with maybe zero audience, 1, 2, 3, right? But consistency wins everything, right? And do a weekly show, like 2 times a week, and you see what happens. You know, after doing this for 10 times, you'll be better. People will know about it and will hear about it. They will see it also on the recording opportunities, and also you will build your community in a very, very nice way, because they know that you are showing up. Doesn't matter the numbers. I can tell you that I go to live events sometimes with like mega influencers in like my industry, right? Let's say e-commerce, video. They have hundreds of thousands of followers all over. And during those live events, maybe 5 people showing up, right?
Wow.
Because they knew it's new. Live is new concept, specifically on LinkedIn, let's say, if you're on B2B, right? And this is why, videos are working very, very good on LinkedIn, for example. Like, again, if you're B2B, use video as a key differentiator. I think it's very, very important. And live, just be consistent. Just go out there. Look, it doesn't matter if you had like 5 people on your live event, maybe two or very low number. Use that content and repurpose it, right? So, like every time that I'm going for example, on a video podcast, I always record myself with a few other cameras here, and I have a lot of content, and I have an editing team that you can just, doing this cut to cut, add some subtitles, and I have plenty of content for the next month, right? There's always benefits, and as you do that, you're getting better. There are another important thing, because of this new era of live shopping that is growing quite substantially right now, there are a lot of consultants out there, right? Those people worked for, TSC, QVC, HSN, all these shopping channels. Then they're opening their own practice to help hosts. It's something you can learn, right? And it's if you're doing a presentation in an exhibition, or if you're talking to customers, why not talking to a camera? It's a technical issue that you need just to learn, and there are a lot of, just reach out to experts to tell you how to do that. They provide you the guidance, the scripting, the setup of the location where you want to host your event, and then you're getting more professional on that. So I highly recommend that approach as well.
Yeah, I know a TV shopping presenter, and he does actually teach people. He runs courses on how to actually sell, whether in front of a camera or from a stage. So yeah, they're helping you with that.
Yes, it's important.
In terms of the tech, you mentioned don't let an influencer or someone else run the event for you. Are you running this from your phone? So you are running the event, and then you are also handling the admin of it while you're doing it as well. That seems like a lot for someone to cope with when they're going live and having to remember that they've got to sell something, they've got to be very peppy and keep people entertained.
Yes.
And they're speaking to an audience.
So all of the above. I mean, on the Vimmi platform, you can go live from, of course, let's say a web console on a desktop or laptop, connected to like really professional studio with multiple cameras and lighting and microphones, and this is possible. But we have also an app. You can go live from an app, right? And if you are less a solopreneur, you don't have anyone to moderate the chat and answer questions.
So this is on TikTok now. Sorry, you're able to do this from a studio and it go live on TikTok. So
exactly.
you don't have to pick up your phone and do it via
no.
Right.
We stream to all the channels from one console, from one backend. Right, and we aggregate all the chat from all the channels to one dashboard where the moderator can answer, right? So as a presenter, if you're a solopreneur, if you do that on your own, you can see all the questions and you can just reply verbally, right? You don't have to write. I mean, if you can invite a moderator to the chat, to the studio, and that moderator can work on the chat and reply to questions, just trying to upsell during the event itself. We also developed a very specialized device. Let's say that device is, think about it as a tablet, right, with a 4K camera embedded on it, very powerful microphones, big screen, Vimmi app inside, and it's just another good way just to put it in front of you. Bigger screen, you can see, you can read, and this is working very, very well. So for some of our customers as well. So everything is available, everything works, and try to find what's the sweet spot that is working for you.
So what's the process if somebody wants to work with you? If they think, wow, I love the sound of this, I can't do this myself, I need help. What do they do?
Yeah, so we are a SaaS company. I mean, if you just go to vimmi.net, vimmi.net, you can open an account. We have a free for life account that you can go live. You can upload videos and make them shoppable. You can integrate your social channels just to publish to social and to your own website. You can manage the video in a very professional archive protected content, stream that video to your website. So that's available. And then if you need more capacity, more live shows, more storage on the video, then you can go to a higher level of packages. Additionally, if you need help, I mean, anyone who needs help and with content creation, we've developed also this white glove type of services that we are able to provide content packages in various volumes throughout the month. That content packages is available for both content creators and also influencers, right? So they can post this on their Instagram or TikTok accounts and just create more awareness and convergence opportunity for your brand, for your company. So that's in addition, just having this technology platform with content creation, that kind of a winning combo, right? That we have developed to help customers also create content, because we understand that not everyone, that's the, for example, our biggest objections, right? Great platform, but I don't know where to start in terms of the content creation. I have marketing budget, help me also with the content. So this is how we started doing that. And it's part of our offering today as well.
I think that'd be a big problem for most people, isn't it? It's the content creation. It's what do I do? It's like, okay, I understand that I need to do video. I understand that I need to do lives to sell, but what the hell do I say?
Yeah.
What videos do I do? Because not everyone's creative.
Yes. Look, the thing of what content to create, what are the topics, that's the easiest part. We talked about the various types of content. We talked about what content to create in each stage, customer pains content. If you're a business owner and you're a professional of what you do, you can come up with a huge list of ideas, right? You just start creating videos on that list, and don't care about how do you look and what's your background. Just having good lighting and a good mic is everything that you need, and consistency wins. Just show up, be there, and that's the way to grow these days.
I think you've said that word 5 or 6 times now during this recording. It's consistency.
Sure.
And that is exactly it, isn't it? Because I see people that say, "Oh, I've tried doing live videos and it didn't work." How long did you do it for? About 2 days.
Yeah.
It's all about the consistency. You have to keep doing it to build that audience. It's the same. It's the same with SEO. It's the same with going to the gym. It's the same with anything that you want to be good at. If you keep doing it, you keep practicing it, you keep getting better at it, you'll see results. If you do it once or twice and it doesn't work and you give up, that's why it didn't work.
Exactly. And look, I mean, what you're paying, these companies usually pay to like Meta and Amazon, crazy amount of dollars, right? And it's not justified sometime anymore. So many brands just stop their Facebook investment, right? Altogether. Yeah. So what's working for you? What do you do? Here is a good, viable option that you can go organically. Yes, it's not something that you're used to. It's not something that you do, but it is something that you can learn, right? And if you care about your business, go ahead and do that.
And as you say, Facebook came along, and then Instagram, and now TikTok. And there's been a few platforms that have come and disappeared over the years, like Vine for video came along and then vanished when Twitter added native video within it.
Yes.
There was Clubhouse for podcasting, for audio. That got really big and then almost disappeared in exactly the same speed. What do you think would be the next platform to grow that would be good for e-commerce companies to look out for, to sell on?
Yeah, look, I don't know what it's going to be, but I tell you what I see, right? So I see that SEO and PPC is becoming the big players game, right? I think it's the same, right? SEO and PPC, because it's almost impossible for smaller brands, smaller companies, even medium-sized company. If you are an unknown brand to your audience, it's probably too long, too expensive to reach some kind of a level of awareness, of attention. Okay. And I think it's something that has been planned strategically by, Meta and Amazon, right? I think this is what I think. Additionally, that creates a huge opportunity for something new to show up, right? That's something new right now is video. Obviously, TikTok is pushing that a lot because of, look, this is the TikTokification effect, right? Creating those short forms, be out there, consistency, and just grow. You see the volume of dollars per brand on TikTok is just growing very, very fast, right? And if you're committed. This is why on our platform, we don't just stream to TikTok, we stream to all the other platforms. Right? And all the platform have some kind of shoppable functionality, whether redirecting to an external product page or just checking out internally. There's some level of that click to buy experience that is important. All these redirects are managed on the same console, on the Vimmi platform, on the Vimmi video commerce platform. And as SEO and PPC is becoming a big player's game, you need really, big pockets to win over there. Then new things will come up. You mentioned Clubhouse and previously Vine, so I guess more platforms will come because I believe marketing is going to this like one-to-one level. Even if you are D2C, because you're putting your face out there, people feel that you talk to them. You're building this one-on-one relationship, getting the data from this one person, analyzing it, with AI and all these great technologies out there, making you build better campaigns and better personalized experience for users. And this is, I think, the future of marketing, right? So definitely great opportunity for innovation because everything that worked in the past is no longer working, again, for SMBs, right? And place the right time for innovation, trying to find the thing. We try to help with what we believe is the right way to get traction. Probably the only way to get traction these days through this, video, short form, live, in all the flavors. We usually recommend just be there for 2-3 months. Okay, be consistent. You have enough data to understand what's working and what's not, and just keep focusing on what's working, made it stronger, and you'll see the results. We see that. I saw that so many times, but it never fails if you just follow the process.
I think you've nailed it there. It's about the bespoke for the user. It's about the customization for the user.
Yes.
There's not one size fits all anymore. Everybody wants marketing directly to them. Well, I say they don't want it, but it works, and that's what's effective. It's tailored to you.
Yes.
Eitan, this has been brilliant. We are out of time, unfortunately, but I've loved this just chatting to you about this. You know so much about it, and it's wonderful speaking to somebody who's such an expert on this. Just finally, if somebody wants to reach out to you, what's the best way for them to get in contact with you?
Yeah, so vimmi.net, it's vimmi.net, our website, plenty of information and ability to try our platform. Also, I write a lot about video commerce on LinkedIn, so you can find me at my personal account. It's Eitan Koter, it's EITAN Koter. So love to chat, love to connect, and provide all the value and the knowledge that I can.
Fantastic. And I will put the links to those in the description, in the show notes below the podcast. So anyone listening wants to reach out to Eitan, you can go directly there by clicking on those links. Eitan, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Darren. It was a pleasure.